If I have to listen to this album again, I'll be hospitalized.
All right, take us in.
Alright, we got Drake with 100 gigs of no flash. That was awful.
I have to make double sure to censor something literally 5 seconds into the episode. Bro's showing us his hard drive, and I don't believe that he didn't delete things first, but nonetheless, it's here. He gave us 3 songs out of 100 gigabytes of content, which, does not seem like the most generous amount.
Underhated.
Yeah, underhated. Yeah, definitely. This is pretty garbage.
This should be lower than Falling in Reverse. Drake is a certified crocodile, certified alligator.
I don't think that's even how it is in the parody. No, I don't think this should be lower than Falling in Reverse. This is pretty bad, though. All the songs are pretty bad. Drake's arguably a sketchier person, but that's only arguable.
True.
Certainly not beating the obsessed weirdo allegations with housekeeping nose. That was definitely the worst one on here. Not by a whole lot, but I think it's the worst one of the 3.
Yeah, that's the general consensus, and honestly, I was feeling that too, but I was worried that I was only feeling that because that was the 3rd Drake song I heard. I thought it was the worst song.
Yeah. No, it's pretty terrible. I mean, that sampled chorus on there, the moans, because of course you would. Blotto's verse is alright, though. I will give it that. What do we even have here? First track, it's Up.
Young Thug?
Yeah.
What's Young Thug doing here?
Young Thug and 21 Savage in here.
What is 21 doing here? Get out of here, 21. 21.
Well, none of this is new. That's the thing. So I don't think the 3 collaborators here
He didn't know.
should be considered as co-signing him currently, because he's just been sitting on these tracks apparently. 21 Savage's verse is pretty good.
Yeah, it was right.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I love his idiot ad-lib that he does right at the end there. That's very funny to me for whatever reason.
Yeah, let me go listen to it again real quick. Yeah, it was fine. I have a really hard time just with any of this that's happening.
I guess, yeah.
I hate it all.
I don't think Drake has a solid performance across any of this, but he doesn't really have a awful one. No, I lied. Everything he does on Blue, Green, Red is terrible. Yeah, and the mix on this is kind of shit. I understand this is not fully finished stuff, but still.
Pro tip, don't drop.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know what he's doing dropping these, because, I mean, like I said, the 3rd track kind of has some, weird, mildly creepy vibes about it. Blue, Green, Red shows him doing exaggerated accents. I mean, it's all just not a good look for what you've just been called out for.
Yeah, people have been quoting It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's just alright, everyone thinks I do. Let's make a song about how I don't, so that everyone knows I don't. So man, everyone's gonna think it definitely.
Yeah.
But for this one where it's just being creepy, it's just kind of it's the real Drake coming out.
I don't even know. I mean, it's lyrical content at the end of the day, but everything he's done since the beef has just kind of made him look as bad as he was getting called out for, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of this is tolerable, though. The production on all 3 tracks is mostly fine if you ignore the bad mixing. That's about it, I guess. And 21's verse is decent. I went with a 27% on this.
I went with an 11. 1 point for every minute of the single.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, well, we're a bit below things, but I guess I would kind of expect that from us, especially from you, I guess.
Yeah, I am the Kendrick meat rider.
I mean, definitely both of us are, no doubt about that, but I don't know, I've liked some Drake in the past. It's very tainted now, of course.
I never really listened to Drake in the past. I was meant to.
Yeah.
But then all this came out, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't waste my time.
Fair enough. All right, well, hating Drake out of the way.
Let's hate on something else.
Yeah, let's move on to the first album of the week or day of reckoning, depending on how you want to look at it. Post Malone, F1 Trillion. I had some help. It ain't like I can make this kind of mess all by myself. Buy me smoke, I'm about to get on a bus. I'm about to get on a road. You hide my gun.
Yeah, man, going into this, I had high hopes for it to be hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be funny bad. There's only one song that's funny bad, and that's Pour Me a Drink. That song is funny bad to me.
I guess.
I saw the album cover and I was just like, hell yeah, Post Malone, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then I heard it, and then I was like, oh, I guess I'm pushing myself.
Yeah, no.
My score had actually dropped upon second listen. This is one of the very few products I gave 2 listens to this week.
I've given it one full one front to back, one sitting, and then some partial ones, and I'm staying pretty firm where I'm at, but where I'm at is very low, especially given the amount of appreciation this is getting. I don't really see it. The consensus isn't terrible on this. It's just 1 point into the red on Album of the Year here, and I think this is truly horrifically bad.
Yeah, the distribution is just that it's mid, maybe just like a little teetering on the red, but yeah, like, let me send you this fucking graph, dude. It's kind of crazy that it's not more lopsided into the red. I don't really get what people are seeing in this album. It's just kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
Is it because the features? I think even the features that Post Malone brought did a bad job. Hank Williams Jr. did okay. Otherwise, you got big names like Morgan Wallen, Blake Shelton, Brad Paisley, Luke Combs again, fucking Jelly Roll, and I'm just like, oh dude, it's
God,
like
yeah.
everybody fucking came together to make a shitty album.
Jelly Roll all over everything, fucking ruining that song.
Yeah, dude. Dolly Parton is here. We love Dolly Parton though. But like,
oh yeah,
Dolly Parton, no, she didn't know what she was doing.
I mean, for sure, yeah. Dolly Parton is great. She's made great music before. Obviously, has some like classic moments and whatnot, some great songs. But her feature on this is really terrible, and a lot of it comes down to how it was produced, honestly. But the performance is not great either.
Yeah, I feel like she was just collecting her instead of collecting Social Security, she's collecting on random quote unquote rappers trying to break into country.
Yeah, she had a pretty underwhelming appearance on the Beyonce album recently too.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to make of what she's doing right now.
Well, let's see how old Dolly Parton is.
Quite. I don't really know.
She's 78. Leave her alone. Willie Nelson is 91.
Jesus, what?
The fuck, dude?
How's he alive? That's awesome. Good for
him.
Good for him. Good for him.
Marijuana and marijuana accessories. Which I don't think he was on this album.
No, he was not. He was on the Beyonce album, however.
And he was good on there.
Post Malone employed just about everybody else who's ever made country music, however. Fucking, I had some help. Yeah, you sure fucking did. Holy shit.
Everybody.
We got 18 tracks and only 2 don't have features, like, for real? What?
Yeah, and I believe I dropped a very, very low rating on those tracks. When Post Malone is left with no guidance, it's very rough.
What Don't Belong to Me is my favorite song on the album pretty handedly, honestly. I don't really dig any of the features all that much here. I think Luke Combs did pretty okay. Otherwise, I don't know, man. Other than that, no, I think most of these features decrease how much I like the track. Maybe Tim McGraw's fine, but like, not really.
Yeah, this one is a rough one to keep in the old cranium.
There's a lot going on and all of it's the same fucking thing.
And it sucks. The old meme used to be the worst part about hell is that Mark Kozelek never shuts the fuck up. Now it's the worst part about hell is Post Malone and company don't shut the fuck up. Doesn't roll off the tongue as easily.
Yeah, not quite. Everybody featured on this is just the same dude over and over again. It's all the same fucking bro country guys and they all sound exactly the fucking same, excluding like Dolly Parton, Sierra Farrell, obviously. All of the male features are the same guy.
I don't know, man. It's the same guy, and then I just get lost in the features, really.
Yeah.
But even Dolly Parton, I'm just like random country yelling in a different vocal tone. Nice.
Slightly, yeah. I don't know. I was looking back, and okay, his peak, arguably, Beer Bongs and Bentley. All right, who do we got on here?
Yeah.
We got Sway Lee. We got 21 Savage. We got Ty Dolla $ign. We got Nicki Minaj, and then we got G-Eazy and YG on the same track there. All of those people that I just listed off sound dramatically different, whereas I would say a good 13 of these 16 features are like the same dude. It just goes to show you how generic this genre is.
It's just Post Malone in a different hat.
Yeah.
And I love Post Malone. Like, as a person, he seems like he's so fun.
Yeah, and I think this album makes him significantly less likable, unfortunately.
Yeah, dude. It's like, Come on, man. You have to drop all that. I would still play Magic with you, Post Malone. It's okay.
Yeah.
We just can't talk about your album.
There's a couple of quotes on here that really rubbed me the wrong way. The first thing that I noticed that was most certainly that way was been in here getting half gone with all my hellbound friends. Yeah, I'm tired of living this life of sin. I'm really bad at reading things off, but you get me. Just kind of denouncing your whole hip-hop thing while using it as a stepping stone to get to where you're at right now. I feel like that's a very valid criticism that I've heard tossed around. I wasn't feeling it with his last album, because his last album felt pretty genuine, but this one's so commercial that it's an ugly look.
He needs that money after he spent $2 million on the One Ring.
Was it really that much?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
The hate bag.
I don't know, man. He's getting a really significant audience with this. It's a totally different audience than was there before, because I feel like most of us can't stand this shit. However, he's getting a lot of people on board that weren't before, and it's kind of all the wrong people.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be some hate crimes at Post Malone's next show.
No, because it's just going to be a bunch of the same dude. It's going to be the features on this album as not famous guys.
When you make Bro Country, I just immediately assume that you don't like the gays at all.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, it's Bro Country, just kind of dog shit.
Florida Georgia line, fucking shortest line known to man. Just two dudes.
Now that you say that, I was actually going to look that up. Florida Georgia line, I looked them up on here. User score of 27 across all of their albums. That's our average we're working with. What is better about this than that? Like, this is just another Bro Country album to me. If you ignore all of the undertones that I already don't like about it, it's just another Bro Country album. Like, why are we pretending this is better? Just because it's Post Malone, I guess?
I guess. I don't know, it sucks.
Like, Sam Hunt has some of the lowest rated shit on this whole website, and just, like, across, like, you know, Rate Your Music and other stuff, too. What's better about this? Legitimately.
Post Malone has face tattoos, so he appeals to a younger audience.
I guess? I don't know, it's all the same shit.
This is the week of reckoning, bro. Stop dropping. Everyone who dropped music this week, don't do that again. Maybe I'll forgive you.
I don't know, man. Either way, like, this is just a really ugly direction for him. I was always hoping for another Beer Bongs and Bentleys moment for Post Malone.
Before this was announced, I was excited for the next drop because I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to be able to, like, maybe enjoy a Post Malone project. And I was just disappointed. I got punched in the dick.
Yeah, the thing is, his first dip into kind of country and folk with his Austin record last year, I thought was pretty good. Like, it was fairly genuine. He was kind of getting in an emotional bag. I appreciated that project, and it was a tilt. It was a shift into a different genre and a little bit of, like, a rough look for just what it was. But nonetheless, it was substantive to some degree, whereas this is not in any way. It's just fucking radio bullshit country music that we've been hearing since the early 2010s.
Dawn of time.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's everything wrong with country. This album is just another example of it.
Pour me a drink, pour me a smoke.
What else you got to say about this one? I don't know, man.
This shit sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck you for making me do this podcast this week.
It's the week of reckoning, bro. We got to.
Got it. If there was ever a week to quit, it would have been this one.
Well, we're pushing through. All right, I think that's about it for this one, right?
Oh, yeah, I got nothing good to say.
Fucking, I got a 14 on this.
I have an 18. I was at a 24, like yesterday, and then I dropped down to an 18 today.
It's really growing off you that much, huh?
Yeah, just 6 points. When I went back through the tracks, instead of having like a tracks have a 3 out of 10, they went down to a 2.
Fair. Okay. Well, that's all for Post Malone, I guess.
Oh, thank God. What's next?
Time to move on to something somehow worse. Falling in reverse. Popular Monster.
Everybody tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. Cut my life into pieces.
Oh, God. I forgot about this album.
How'd you forget?
So if I hate something enough, my brain will just pretend like it never happened.
No, it's just like trauma blocking.
Yeah, that's most of my life.
That's awesome.
I'm so sorry. Everything I said, Post Malone, please come back.
Honestly, yeah.
This is so much worse.
It's crazy how much worse than the Post Malone album this week gets. But this is the start of that. Maybe this is our lowest point this week? Yeah, it's pretty much gotta be.
It has to be legally.
Yeah, fucking Ronald's coming back at us with his gang of people who apparently exist, but I'm not convinced.
This album smells like dog shit.
Yeah.
Why is Jelly Roll here?
Jelly Roll is all four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Why does, speaking of Jelly Roll though, why does All My Life sound like the fucking, what's the fucking Whitey Sings the Blues or something? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, pretty ridiculous that there is a country song on here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is his mugshot for doing something terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was something pretty terrible. I don't know. He has a fucking rap sheet and most of it's kind of despicable. So it's one of the terrible things wherever that happened.
He was arrested for domestic abuse.
Yeah, domestic abuse. And then there was something, I don't even know.
That's this specific mugshot.
Nice. Really just owning the domestic abuse allegations. That's a great look. But Popular Monster, title track on here, has existed for 5 fucking years. It sounds like it's existed for 15, but nonetheless, 5 years later, we're getting this fucking album.
This motherfucker is 40. He's in a relationship with a pro wrestler.
That's kind of funny.
That is hilarious.
He's making fucking pro wrestler music, but it's like subpar pro wrestler music, so I guess that kind of adds up.
Hold on, I'm reading the, okay, so in 2006, oh, okay, he got into a fight in, like, 2006 and killed a guy or some shit, or, like, some guy got killed and
Yeah.
something happened in there. And then, in 2006 he was 23, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking, yeah.
Yeah, bro's got a lot of mugshots out there, probably.
On June 10th, 2015, it was reported that Radke had been publicly accused of assault by a 25-year-old woman. The accuser alleged that Radke, with bodyguard present, had assaulted her after following the university's performance at the Mori Theater on June 3rd, 2015. Though it was determined that Radke had contacted them, police found no evidence that Radke and his entourage had assaulted the woman. And then he sued her.
Yeah, I mean, okay, like, false allegations happen all the time, but when you have as many as he has, it's kind of like, something's not adding up.
When you're a violent sociopath.
Yeah, probably.
He also threw a microphone stand into the audience.
Oh, yeah.
And injured a 16-year-old girl and a 24-year-old guy.
I remember that as well. Yeah, so that's all super fucking cool. I feel like that kind of makes his personality pretty obvious.
Yeah, just for the lore, because I don't know the lore for right now.
Yeah, I think that his personality shines through on a lot of these tracks. That's not a fucking compliment.
Who's in this band? Why are you still in this band?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Does it even, like, still have members, or is it just, like, a Panic at the Disco situation?
It says producer Tyler Smith and Ronnie Radke.
There might not be other members. I don't even know. Let me see.
I'll go back to the wiki.
No, there's other members. We got 3 other people up in here.
Leave.
They're not doing much. It's just like butt rock metalcore riffs.
Yeah.
It's either that or like YouTube beats.
No, this reminds me of fucking, whatchamacallit, Hollywood Undead a little bit.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
When they try to do like their rap.
I guess.
I'm trying to draw comparisons, but my brain is trying to turn itself off while listening to this.
Yeah, probably just don't listen to it, honestly. Like, it's gonna be pretty fucking distracting.
Alex Terrible is on here for some reason.
Yeah, bro's pretty fucking problematic these days, so I guess it makes sense.
I used to be a big Slaughter to Rail fan.
Yeah, I used to be a big Falling in Reverse fan, so here we are. We both feel like an idiot this week.
Dude, I saw them live too, and I was so hyped when they toured their first album.
Yeah, no, and I feel like their first album was good, but like, yeah, I mean, Tech 9 on the same track as well, also sounding ridiculous. Just like randomly saying transphobic shit during his verse. Like, I really don't know what was up with that. His verse is ridiculous on the track. It sounds so silly.
Go home, Tech 9.
Such a Corey motherfucking Taylor moment with that track. It's like literally the same thing, but Ronnie Radke's more unlikable by far.
Tech 9 has one song.
Tech 9 basically does have one song though. Like, he's basically just doing the same fucking thing every time.
I had somebody try to like explain to me the Tech 9 verse and all of the EPs and albums and like everything, and it was just like, oh, shut up.
I don't.
Like, even back then, This was in high school. It was like 2015, 2016. What was he even doing that? He had The Storm. But I think Special Effects was the newest album, when I remember.
Used to be a Tech 9 fan. Everybody in our hometown was. He's out here. He's doing some shit. And all of it's terrible.
Yep.
Every time he's hopping on a rock track like this, it's kind of the worst fucking thing.
Yeah.
Here, let's play a fun little game. Say something nice about this album. Just fucking try.
It's only 37 minutes.
That's so fair. Yeah. It's honestly not that hard of a listen because it is one of the shorter albums this week, and there's some funny bad stuff on here. The track Bad Guy in particular is like one of the worst songs I've ever heard, but it is kind of funny.
Yes.
Yeah, literally the worst flow and vocal inflection possible, I think, that he's delivering on that track.
Yeah.
The corniest shit imaginable.
Yeah, dude. Would say all my heroes are cornballs, but
Not really your hero.
no.
Yeah.
All my enemies are shit.
Fucking guess.
I don't.
On that track, he lays the line down, "Fuck your feelings." There, I said it, and it's like, oh man, you really got him there, bro. He really said "fuck your feelings" as if every conservative ever hasn't been saying that a fucking billion times.
The liberals won't be ready for this one.
That's really the mindset he went into this with, I think, and it's pretty pathetic. Calling a song trigger warning, I mean, come the fuck on.
Man, remember when Eminem dropped and we were like, oh, that's really bad.
Yeah. It gets a lot worse than the fucking Eminem album, I'll tell you that much for free. However, Jelly Roll also on that album, but
Yeah.
nonetheless.
Jelly Roll, shut up.
He's all over everything, making everything into a terrible country song. Zombified. What a ridiculous moment with the, like, canceling you fucking thing. The Muse style, like, little hook thing there. That is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard, I think.
Yeah, man, I don't even fucking know what's going on anymore. Where am I? What happened?
I don't know, man. You're in hell. Welcome to music hell. It's this week's albums.
No.
Last Resort reimagined.
This is my last resort.
Worst cover ever. Literally, I believe that. I do not think there's competition. The worst cover ever, I think. Give me competition. Do you have an argument against that?
I'm trying to find something. Hold on. Yeah. There's these guys that made fun of Brick in the Wall years ago. That's not worse, though.
That's like a parody, though. It's not really even a cover.
Yeah.
I do know what you're talking about, and maybe that's worse, but not a cover.
I don't know. A cover? Most covers are usually just okay.
Yeah.
Did Five Finger Death Punch cover something that would do a worse job?
No, they didn't. That's the thing. I'm thinking of...
That's crazy.
Let's see. Like, they did, what's that one Offspring song?
Bad Company? Oh, Offspring song?
Gone Away, right? Yeah, Gone Away. I remember their cover of Gone Away pissing me off because they made the song really melodramatic and cheesy, but this one does that exact same thing to fucking Last Resort of all things, and does it to such a high fucking degree. It's insanely corny.
You want to know what I'm listening to right now instead of listening to the album like I normally do?
Sure.
Listening to George Clanton.
That's a good vibe.
I'm so thankful George Clanton exists. Man, I should go drop 100 on the Mafia album. Man.
Yeah, this is the type of week that really makes you appreciate the good music, I think. Do you have any thoughts on, like, specific tracks? I feel like I brought quite a few up.
Yeah, the whole thing just pissed me off. I could hardly get through my first listen. I had to sit there and force myself through it. I almost had a brain aneurysm. If I have to listen to this album again, I'll be hospitalized.
Bro's gonna overdose on cringe.
Yeah, instead of comparing bad things to Total Xanarchy, I will now start comparing them to this.
I don't think it's even that bad in that it's funny bad. This does have moments where I'm just laughing at it rather than like not enjoying it at all. I am getting some giggles out of it because he says ridiculous shit. The flows are so terrible, and it's like these ridiculous YouTube beats turning into generic metalcore. I mean, it's some of the worst shit, but at least it's funny, you know what I'm saying?
I understand the humor. It doesn't make me happy.
Fair enough.
I don't get the laugh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like fun bad stuff, and this is the closest we got this week. Boring bad is so much worse to me, and this is definitely the closest thing we got to fun bad because it's absurd. It's ridiculous. Unfortunately, I've heard most of it before this came out, though, just because these singles have been dropping for so long, and he's released over half of them before this point.
See, that is kind of funny. With that context, maybe I'd find it funny bad.
I've heard these, so a lot of them were not anything new for me. It was just me going back and laughing at the same songs that I once laughed at.
But no, I'm all out of gas on this one. How about you?
Yeah, I've probably said my piece on it. Fucking, I don't know.
I dropped a 0 on it.
Yeah, me too, but it's a fun 0. It kind of just has to be a 0. In a way, I feel the same way about this 0 as I did about Kim Petras earlier this year, where it's absurd. It's like so stupid.
Is this the first both of us give it a 0?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think so.
Let's scroll it down.
Oh, yeah, your first 0 was Vultures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I gave that an 18.
Yeah, I gave MGK and Sugar Red an 8.
Yeah. This is so fundamentally flawed that it's like, it basically just has to be a 0, but at the same time, it is not my least favorite thing I've listened to. Like, I would listen to this over other things we'll get to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I can get a laugh out of this, because it was really stupid.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think moving on to Boring Bad,
Yep.
Tones and I.
Yeah.
I think you're wonderful. In the end with me. Oh,
Dude, okay, so I'm gonna keep it real. I have nothing to say about this album. I tried so hard.
I don't know. You have nothing?
I tried to write notes. All I could write down is this makes me sad. It's not fun bad. It's
No.
not upsetting. It's just like, it sucks.
It is
I'm
fucking
here.
abysmal, however. This album is like my own personal little hell. This is my personal torture chamber to actually try to get through this shit.
I just fall asleep.
Because it is some of the most boring fucking shit I have ever heard, quite possibly. But her voice is terrible. It's slightly painful and incredibly boring. That's about what I have to say. I mean, fuck.
Yeah. Her voice sounds like the first generation of AI fucking deepfakes where they sound all fucked up and they're just doing generic pop singer.
Yeah, I think her voice has improved since that last album that's pretty widely accepted as just one of the worst things. But that one was at least a little funny bad. This one has no funny bad. It's just terrible exclusively. It's just boring.
What's your opinions on the mixing?
Fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing. I should have even mentioned that about the Falling in Reverse and Post Malone albums. There's not really anything poorly mixed this week.
Yeah, but I mean, they hired the guy on Fiverr who was good.
Yeah, production's fine.
Oh my god, I'm the most recent user review on this album. That's how much nobody gives a fuck.
It went way under the radar, and I did not expect that. But, like, good for
I'm
everybody
so
who
sur-
didn't listen to this, because
Yeah.
fucking ouch, dude.
If you made it to this part of the video, thank you for listening.
Yeah,
But you didn't have to.
no, you didn't have to. I kind of feel bad for putting clips of this.
You gotta.
At least the Ronnie Radke fucking talking about bullshit is, like, a little bit funny. This is just boring and, like, grating, and, God, it's so shit, man. Like, I cannot. This is definitely worse than Welcome to the Madhouse for me, because at least that's only, like, 45 minutes. But, I mean, both are painful for me.
Oh yeah, this is like a year long.
Yeah, this is 66 minutes. It's so much longer. It's almost double. Well, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying.
63 minutes. You added a whole track to this. Is how much you hated it. Your hate manifested in one additional track.
What?
It's only an hour and 3 minutes. That's 63 minutes.
Oh,
your
no.
hate manifested another track.
I guess so. I guess so.
Stop.
It feels like it's 2 hours.
It does.
I get halfway through this and I'm like, Jesus Christ, please.
Yeah, I get to about track 8 and then I'm just like falling asleep.
Yeah, dude, no, it's terrible.
Also, track 3, I get high, and then having the track be 4 minutes and 20 seconds. You get 1 point for that. You can
Oh my god. Did she do that for real?
have one singular point for that one. That one was funny.
That's so stupid. That's so dumb. That song is doing the whole like, oh, love is a drug thing. Yeah, like, oh, wow, thanks, great. Yeah, you really killed it with that metaphor that nobody else has ever done before.
Yeah, you're so quirky, so interesting.
So quirky, so interesting. I will
Just like
give
this.
her some points in that the first two tracks, like, kind of digging into something emotional a little bit, getting somewhere as far as that goes.
To Be Loved is the peak, I think.
Let's see. Yeah.
Like, I heard To Be Loved, and then I was like, alright, maybe this won't be so bad. And I was wrong.
However, those songs sound like a Hallmark card. Like, dude, you
Yeah.
know how if you go buy a picture frame and it has the little, like, insert and it's
Little
like some
family.
happy family thing?
Yeah.
Pretty much that for all of the instrumentals here. It's all, like, quiet. It's all very boring. It's all very sterile. It's usually very slow. Every time I heard a piano, I wanted to, like, cut my fucking ears off, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm listening to track 3, and when she goes, I get high, it sounds like somebody who thinks they can sing trying to sing.
It's the theater kid that was in everybody's class in high school.
They're like, I'm gonna be on Broadway.
That's the comparison that's made. I don't hold any animosity towards her as a person. Like, I don't want to put that out in the world, but like, hey, please stop making music.
Yeah, just do Hallmark movies.
Do something else. Anything else, bro. Like, come on.
So the Nate, you called yourself Tones and I though, which is hilarious because I don't think you're aware. I think you're tone deaf.
The Tones and I name is very funny.
I genuinely think she's tone deaf.
It has to be, right? Like, this is an improvement, by the way. Vocally, this is an improvement.
Oh no! Well, this is what a couple years of fucking vocal lessons does to somebody.
Considering this is technically an improvement overall, like the quality of the songs, if we're going to try to be objective, this is definitely an improvement over that last record. You know, she could make something good one day. It's just we're a ways off from that yet.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I don't think we should waste any more time on this one. Let's do something.
This is my least favorite kind of bad, though. I mean,
I'll give it to you.
yeah, this is exactly what I don't like listening to. I will give it that closer is serviceable as a pop song. It's fine. And then, I don't know, To Be
Sure.
Loved is like almost okay.
Yeah.
I hate everything else.
Yeah, I think it's a sandwich. It's an okay sandwich where the bread is a top song and the bottom song, and they're okay. And then it's just a turd in the middle. One big stinky turd.
It really is the shit sandwich of the week.
Yeah.
The bread's not even that good, though. It's just like whatever you got from
No,
the
it's moldy. It's
Yeah.
it's sourdough. It's moldy sourdough.
moldy sourdough. God damn. I went with an 8% on this.
But I went with a 29.
29. You're more right than I am, but this is just my least favorite kind of thing.
That's totally understandable. I would much rather listen to this than Falling in Reverse. That's why my score was so high.
I would listen to Falling in Reverse at least 3 times over.
Holy shit! I think I would kill myself. I can at least fall asleep to this album.
I am going to so actively avoid this album forever. It's a me thing, because it's just rubbing all of my pet peeves. The vocals are painful. It's so sterile. It's so bland. Like, give me something to chew on, please, for the love of God. It's just so nothing, man. Like, fuck. But yeah, you wanted to move on, right?
Yeah, next up to Mori Calliope.
I don't know if we're saying it right. That's how we've been saying it, though.
Mori Calliope.
Yeah, with PHANTOMIME, I believe, is how we say that part of the title.
Missed hits and pitfalls that live aloud. Prefaced with time is limited, so do it now. Until they crack. Shine on heights. You can pass like young directing. Dreams of people, seas of lights and distant dreams of fire outside. Forget about your heartbreak.
Okay, I have a little more context for Mori Calliope, that name, than you do. Also known as Demon Dice. Demon Dice has some of the worst songs ever. From what I understand, this alias is much better than Demon Dice. However, I've heard very few full projects, maybe 1 or 2 from either name. However, I've just heard songs that are like ridiculously terrible. This is kind of proving that anybody can have a redemption arc at this point. Do you think that's accurate?
I don't know. This is still kind of bad. It's only kind of bad.
Kinda? But I was coming off the heels of the fucking Towns and I album, and I was like, oh god, this is such such a breath of fresh air.
See, that's why I had to stop and come back to it, because I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, it definitely is
brakes.
like kind of a overstimulation type beat. It's very crazy and all over the place, but that's kind of what I like about it.
No, I'm on the side of, if every single one of your tracks is mid and your album's bad.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think every song is mid, though. I can genuinely say that I walked away from this with Mori Calliope songs that I enjoyed. I liked Overkill.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably like Overkill.
I like the rock vibes there. I think that Midnight's a little vibe. That one's like a fun little pop track. It's very cute. And then the last two tracks, if we're not going to include the remix, I think are very peaceful, very nice, and kind of prove to be the opposite thing of what I was saying with Toads and I. They're definitely slow, definitely a little bit boring, kind of taking their time, but they're just relaxing. They're not bad. I don't find anything wrong with those ones, and I was really expecting to, I guess.
Yeah, I was more so just like bored. I don't know. I just wasn't
You were
bored.
you were bored by
not-
this?
Yeah.
That is such a weird reaction. Explain yourself. What the fuck?
It just sounds like every anime opening ever, but like 11 times in a row. This is me. This is me being dumb. This is me not knowing what's going on, and me being a little bit of a fucking dumbass here. But I was just like, I don't know. I don't really care about it.
I think she's rapping less. I think that's a good thing. Although I did even then like some of the flows. Sometimes it gets real cringe though. Like the third track is pretty easily my least favorite. Hate the chorus on that. That would be a skip every time if I were to come back to this.
Yeah, that track is cringe.
It's very cringe. And then the repetition in the chorus of Sneaking as well right before it. Both of those felt like a real bad omen to me, but then Overkill kind of gets us back on track, I guess.
I don't know, man. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
You would definitely really fucking hate the Demon Dice stuff. Never approach that.
I won't.
It's like way worse. This is very impressive to me. I saw the user score of 60 and I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a hot take on it.
This is kind of good.
Yeah, which makes my score kind of a hot take. My hot take of being like, I don't know, this kind of sucks.
What'd you end up with going with?
Oh, are you ready for scores?
I guess so. I don't think you really have a lot more to say, do you? I think I've spoken my piece.
Nah. Yeah, I landed on a 48.
You landed on a 48. I landed on a 56 with this. So we're not that far apart.
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah.
I think I'm a lot more surprised than you, and you're a lot more confused than me.
It's true.
Yeah. I'm just glad that I'm walking away with songs from her that I actually liked, because I feel like one more project away from getting something that's a really good project all around. This could grow into a 7, no doubt about it, honestly.
With proper context, I'm not gonna deny the option of growing into a 50.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean that this album's ever going to be a 7 for me. I mean, like, next time around we could get to like 7, 8 range.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll never freaking deny an artist that. Everyone gets a chance on their album.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel with this
Yeah.
one here, because she has made like some of the worst music, some of the worst shit.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm looking at Cinderella.
But at the same time, though, I mean, Quadeca made one of my favorite albums of all time. Lil Yachty has made some of the best albums of the last few years. Everybody can have a redemption arc.
True. Yachty has made the best and worst.
Everybody. And I want to say this is the start of the Mori Calliope redemption arc. I'm hoping so. Like, knock on wood, dude. That'd be cool. I'd love to love a project from her, just because, you know?
Yeah. Alright, finally some good fucking food.
Yeah, we had a 4-course meal with a terrible appetizer, and now we're moving on to dessert, and it's shockingly good. We got gel with Persona. This slaps.
Yeah, no, it was good. I liked it. Fun little hardcore EP.
Totally.
It was going back into the thing that I've been saying all year, where I'm just happy that hardcore is doing this. Like, yes, please keep doing this. Refine it a little better, but we've heard this a couple of times. It feels like we're just like, yep, this is solid. This is good. It's laying the groundwork for hopefully a banger fucking album.
Yeah, does Gel have one out? I forget.
They have 2.
They have 2. Okay. Yeah, I need to actually get a little bit more into their music. A friend showed me Gel a little while back, and yeah, I've been a little into them. I really dig the vocal tone. That kind of seems like the most distinct thing to me. The vocals are interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of has that, I don't know how to say, like the spit vocal, I think is how I want to say it.
No, I get you.
Where he's just like spitting bars on the mic.
Spitting bars on the mic. No, it is kind of a fast delivery too. So like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is drive real fast music.
Cocaine, basically. It goes really hard.
Dude, your first time hearing this was today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I bet. Oh, my God.
Yeah, this was exactly what I needed because I ran through Tones and I today and it made me so tired because that's such an exhausting listen for me.
Oh, you probably have like a super inflated... We're probably pretty far apart on this then.
No, I mean, it wasn't right after the fact. Like, I've ran through most of this twice now and I mean, like, I think I'm grounded. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that I can really critique here is that it definitely isn't breaking the mold. Like, this is kind of just hardcore.
Yeah, it saw the hardcore rubric, and it was like proficiently that correct. And I was like, yeah, thank you. This is good. Thank you for dropping something listenable this week. Something good.
Absolutely. That being said, though, Vanity might be my favorite hardcore song that I've heard that was not Knocked Loose so far this year. Like, Knocked Loose kind of made the masterpiece and did that whole thing, but that closing track on here is some of just the hardest fucking shit.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That track does go hard.
It's fucking bonkers.
Hell yeah.
Like, the rest of this is good, don't get me wrong, but that one really wowed me. Super good closer.
Yeah, dude, the breakdown on it was really, really hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely one to mosh in the pit to fucking throw a 13-year-old across the room.
Absolutely. It is kind of just like, yeah, like mosh music like that. I feel like we could say pretty similar things about Speed. We reviewed them a while back.
Yeah, Speed was good.
Speed was great, yeah.
That was a while ago. Oh my god, that feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I've gone back to Speed too.
I have as well, yeah. Just some really great, like, adrenaline music this year, and this definitely just kind of goes on that list.
True.
It doesn't break all the way into that, like, really good 80 range for me. I have a 79 on this.
I landed on a 72.
72 and a 79. Yeah, we probably balance
I felt
out,
like it was
like, about normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great project. No, I totally recommend this to anybody who's into this type of music 100%. Like, go for it.
If your, like, main genre is hardcore, you're gonna love this.
You probably already do. Like, they're kind of getting some traction in the scene, I do believe.
Oh, then you know. We're late.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been listening to Gel a little bit. I've been more a fan of some different bands like Speed and Spy, more so, if we're going to talk about that, like, kind of underground scene. But these guys are great. I fuck with this pretty heavily.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
so a little bit of a shorter episode this week. We only did 4 albums this week. That's all we could have mustered.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure everything was bad, too.
Well, I mean, pretty much everything that came out this week was bad. But then we stuck Tones and I in here because we skipped over it when it came out a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, it's the week of reckoning. Why don't you go ahead and fucking run them through the scoreboard?
At the bottom of the list ever and this week.
Yes.
Is Falling Universe, Popular Monster. Please, and I say this wholeheartedly, never drop again. And then
absolutely.
Up next at the number 3 spot, technically it's only did 4 albums.
Yes.
Is Post Malone F1 Trillion. You only have points because you called your album F1 Trillion, and that is hilarious. Coming at us with a 16%.
Yeah, there's like a couple good songs on there, or like good enough anyways. I wouldn't call them good, but like for the most part it's kind of trash.
No, good's a strong word. Yeah. Second place, taking home second place today is Tones and I. Holy shit.
God, so undeservedly.
With Beautifully Ordinary.
That makes me wish I rated Post Malone higher. Fuck.
Felt.
That's the only one I'm angry at on here. Fucking hell.
And then at the top of the week, Mori Calliope, Pantomime. Pantomime. I don't fucking know.
Phantomine, I think.
I'm too fucking... Fantano. Anthony Fantano.
Anthony Fantano.
At the top of the week with a staggering 52%.
How?
Wow, it's such a high score.
This is so crazy. We are doing a week where, let's see, that beats everything by like what? Fucking like 34 points?
Yeah, 24 points.
Holy shit, dude. This is crazy. That is a crazy lineup of scores right there. All right, well, let's close this chapter of the podcast. Let's never revisit this ever again. Let's leave. That's about all. Micah, do you have anything to say to the people before we get out of here?
No.
That's pretty wholesome. And we'll see you next time.